Nigerian man recently went on Facebook to call out Sars operatives for cutting off his father's dreadlocks, according to him, for no reason. Divine Michael Jackson shared a before and after photo of his father with and without dreadlocks. Of course, this is social media, so everything should be taken with a grain of salt. But hypothetically speaking, why would they cut off his hair? Well, in our society, young men rocking dreadlocks are seen as irresponsible Yahoo boys or jobless miscreants. This might sound contradictory because in the same society, dreadlocks are fast becoming trendy across age brackets, as many people are accepting it as part of our culture. So those in that realm of thinking may be seen as old-fashioned. Stylists say that dreadlocks have become a modern form and have been adapted into the modern fashion world. Families are also increasingly locking the hair of their children, and hence it is generally hard to even distinguish a natural-born dreadlock child and a styled one. Is keeping dreadlocks to be seen as irresponsible or the modern trend?
To me, it's nice. You understand? Anybody that have it, there is that respect, and when you see the person will be looking good.
I can say dreadlock is just like a fashion to people now.
It looks cute on people if they maintain it very well, yeah, but there are some people who you just wish they just cut the damn thing off.
Depends on the personality. If someone wants to do dread, the person should just think first that where am I going to work first?
But the truth of the matter is that most of these people that carry dread, there's a way people rate them. There's a way they see them.
Most of the people we have in Nigeria now, they are not taking it personal. That dreadlock is for bad guys, is for people that are smoking, something like that.
For me, if I see someone with dread, I look at the person like a not responsible person.
Sometimes if you see a guy carrying dread, or even a lady, for guys, if Sars sees you, they will think that you're a Yahoo boy.
We do see mad people outside, and the hair they have, we can classify it as dreadlock also.
I'm not talking about those people that don't take care of their own, you understand? And I'm not talking about people that have artificial. You know, there are people that they are born with that naturally.
See it as a fashion because all there are other artists that are doing it, so they too want to copy the artists. So they are following other celebrities that are doing it.
Like in a media station, they can take you because it can trend, it can even help their ministry. But when you come to a good office like that, they will see you as somebody that's as a distraction. They don't need that dread.
Some people will not even want to employ you if you have that. They're like banks now, they won't employ you. Or you want to work for government now, you have to cut your hair. Forces, you want to work as a forceman, you must cut your hair. But when you are talking about media, if you want to work in a media house, they may employ you with dada.
I don't think there's anything spiritual there. I don't think there's anything spiritual about having dada.
They call them Nazarites. All those people that carry dada.
The angle of superstitious beliefs around it, I mean, we can't take people's religion away from their existence. Faith is something you cannot use logic to explain, as I always like to say.
It's only people that attend Sele that mostly have dada. You hardly see somebody having dada that is not attending Sele church.
But all those Seles, Cherub and Seraphim, they believe it to be spiritual. Sometimes they use Samson as a case study, that God commanded his parents not to use anything to cut his hair or something like that.
People with dada like that, they are always like, they are not always proud or happy to be with people with low cuts. Like, they are different.
It's just like an identity. Where it originated from, I doubt it's not a Jamaican thing. I mean, they always hold Gabriel Selassie as one of their idols, per se, and he's African. So, I mean, we most likely say it originated from Africa.
I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with Medusa because of Greek mythology. And in Greek mythology, she was a lady who was wise with snake hair and could turn you into stone just by one look. This is the way that Europeans interpret Medusa, the lady with snake hair. But as we take a look into the African culture, this is the way that Medusa most likely would have looked. Alright, taking a deeper look into Medusa, according to the African culture, she was a real woman, a African serpent goddess, and it was said that she wore a pouch around her waist containing live snakes that represented wisdom and renewal. She was also said to carry the original Gorgon mask to frighten off the unskilled. In this mask, if you're not familiar with it, here's a picture of it. And the mask was painted red to symbolize the strength of menstrual blood. I guess there was some type of empowerment for women in the menstrual blood. But in terms of turning people into stone, when the Europeans came over to see Medusa, they were shocked and frozen stone-like. And so that's where the term come from. With one look, she would turn a man into stone because they were shocked because they had never seen people with locks or this type of mask or wisdom or truth before. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the origin of locks coming from ancient Egypt. The first examples of the lock hairstyle appeared in Egyptian artifacts and mummy remains, which they were found and were not talked about because a lot of people want to believe that Egyptians are closer to white or Middle Eastern people than black people, which makes no sense to me because Egypt is a part of Africa no matter what they try to do and rewrite history and say that it is not part of Africa anymore. But when we look back in time, during the time of pyramids and all the hieroglyphics and things like that, they were black people. Here's a picture of Samson from the Bible. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard the scripture or read the scripture of Samson. And the scripture goes as he had strength that came from his locks of hair. And once his hair was cut off by Delilah, he lost his strength. I decided to put this clip in just to let you guys know that locks also date back to the Bible as well. In doing all my research on locks, I found that it is very hard to place an original origin or an absolute origin of the hairstyle.
A child born with natural dreadlocks is seen as special among some African countries, and they are thought to possess spiritual powers such as the gift of healing and the ability to foresee the future, if you believe that sort of thing. However, these days, dreadlocks are becoming more trendy and fashionable, not minding the spiritual beliefs associated with it. Please leave a comment and subscribe to all our social media handles. Also, click the notification button for more of our videos.